Good morning or evening, friends. It is I, Wise Guys, and I am back. Got my little test out the way. I'll let you know how I did later on. Maybe. Maybe. I don't trust all y'all. Not to be trusted. Anyway, decided I'd come back in with some Overwatch. I had a. Overwatch has been rough for me lately. Um, my MMR has gone down bit by bit by bit. And now I'm in an area where people do kind of silly things. I had a match later, or a little earlier in this particular evening, where I think it was on the moon colony, that lunar colony, and legit for attack, we had an Ana, we had a Hanzo, and we had a Widowmaker. And I don't think we either didn't have a no Ana was our healer, and we didn't have anybody to pick tank, so I ended up going Winston. But as you'd imagine, because nobody could really put a lot of pressure on the point, you know. And then the person that played Widowmaker decided to complain the next round in defense because somebody else picked Widowmaker, so he got mad. Figured that person wasn't a good Widowmaker. It was amazing. It was fun to watch. It was not so fun to play. Anyway, right here, right now, I'm playing my boy Lucio. I love Lucio. I am getting lit up somewhere. There's a turret somewhere. The more you play this game, the more you understand the sound of it. I think the sound of this game is very important. I've heard some people talk about the things like footsteps, um, hearing what each different weapon sounds like, that kind of thing. One of the things that I understand really well is the sound of bullets. Like everything has its own sound, and when you get hit by everything, it has its own sound. The Torbjorn bullet sound, yo man, I know that sound. that it's just really steady shooting, and it has this really unique sound. I love it. But you always know what it is. Um, anyway, in this game, I'm playing Lucio, trying to make sure I keep the heals for my team. Ata heals. I really like playing Lucio as a healer. I even like playing him when he was in that brief stint where he wasn't considered to be that good. I think Lucio is probably one of the more dynamic healers. The Bro Shield and or the Sound Barrier is not as good as I would like it to be. And by that I mean a couple of times, and maybe it's just probably dodge that chain. Maybe it's user error, but a lot of times I feel like I'm doing it and trying to shield people from like a diva ult or something like that, and everybody still ends up dying, and I just feel like I'm wasting it. Right there probably was not the best use, but I want to try to make sure that Soldier 76 stayed alive enough to pressure that Bastion. He's not pressuring Bastion though, so how about I pressure Bastion? I choose to believe Soldier did a lot of damage to that though, because I didn't do a lot of shots at all, and Bastion is no more. I enjoy playing Lucio because, particularly in points like this, because we need to be at the payload. I saw Sombra go invisible. There she is. We need to be at the payload. That's very important for us to do. We all need to be at the payload. And because everybody knows where we need to be, I can sit right there and do well. Like, I don't have to run around and try to catch people healing unless they overextend or they're too far back or something like that. For the most part, I can just sit back at the payload and dodge. And I am very good. Well, not very good. Let's not say very good. I am pretty good at dancing on the point. I use the payload as cover a lot, and makes it more difficult for the enemy to hit me. I am trying to learn how to use this reticle because I hear it's better for you. Just to use the dot, like it's better when you want to learn snipers and that type of thing if you can get the dot reticle. The problem is, I tend to think that my aim point should be slightly to the right of what it is. I don't know if I can change that or not, but because it's in the center of the screen and I think it should be the right, I have a lot of shots that go off target. I don't know why I have not been able to train my brain just to kind of be like, hey, that's not where we're supposed to be. Over here. But, you know, it's something I'm trying to get used to. But I am trying to learn this dot. It's a very minimalist kind of thing. I'm used to having a reticle. This is not a reticle. I may end up changing it back because I don't play a lot of snipers. But the goal of this was to try to get myself ready to play more sniper characters. I want to play more Widowmaker and Hanzo and that type of thing. Um, I was getting better with Hanzo without the dot reticle, but oh wow, that was a good hack. Ah, that sucked. That sucked a lot. Yeah, I might need to play around with the reticle a little bit. Um, I don't think my motor skills are being helped quite as much as I'd like them to be, because a lot of times I lose where the dot is on the screen, and because of that, I'm not able to really get my aim on like I'm supposed to. Yeah, Sombra, get wrecked. Oh, that was very opportune timing for me to say get wrecked and then just get shot in the face. Uh, I announced myself with those early shots. I should have done that. Look at Hanzo. Look at them legs. See through the dragon's eyes. Trying to keep pressure on front lines. Again, my goal is to stay on the point as much as possible. I know that is everybody's goal. That is my goal in particular because I know that if I am on the point, then everybody should be able to get healed, be able to be getting heals, with the exception of maybe Tracer and maybe Hanzo. Hanzo, I imagine, is going to be a little further back, kind of in the shadows, taking his shots. Tracer is going to be at the front. She can still come back to the payload pretty quick. I love that. She can still come back to the payload pretty quick and deal an awful lot of damage. Um, but I expect Tracer to be further out to where, sorry, to where it's going to be difficult to heal her. Molten Core. No, that sounds nothing like him, but um, again, just trying to stay with the point. We got another Lucio on their team trying to stay on the point, just trying to be evasive. Again, my goal is not necessarily to get kills. My goal is not necessarily to get MVP or play of the game or anything like that. Right now, my goal is just to be as annoying as I can on this point. Because Lucio has great movement, and so I have to utilize that to the best of my ability. Particularly in times when my team is dead, um, if I can back up, I will back up. But if I'm on the point and it's getting close, or if I think I can kind of hold out against one or two people, I'm just going to dance on the point. Go from the left side to the right side, to the front, to the back, all around the payload, and just keep it moving. And I'm going to keep the heal on as opposed to the movement speed, mainly because if I'm not trying to get kills and I'm just trying to be evasive, I think it serves me a little bit better to, in those times where I'm still alive, like I take a few shots and I jump over to the other side of the payload, I think it serves me better to gain some of that health back as opposed to working on, you know, getting around faster and that type of thing. I don't know. I've seen a lot of different people play. I am probably not the sterling example of a good Lucio, but you know, I try my best, and I have some method to what I'm trying to do. We are right at the point. We should be able to do this. Yeah, where you? Oh, got my boop. Got my boop. I missed my boop. Yeah, you can't. I'm hacked. A lot of times that's what ends up killing me in this particular game is being hacked. Sombra is somewhere around. When Sombra hits me with that hack, it's over. Must run. Oh. Alright, so that's round one. We'll check out round two in a minute. Let's get through this pretty quick. Think of yakety sax. See? For anybody who stuck through that, I appreciate you. God bless you. God bless you. You gotta believe. Listen, that's the other reason I like you. Wow, that was a bad jump. Again, right after opportunely saying, "You gotta believe," I jump into a wall. Um, I really like Lucio's phrases because you can find some very positive phrases for Lucio. It's really nice. Now they're trite phrases like "be champions," "you gotta believe," and "killed it." Little stuff like that that doesn't really mean anything, but it's good to say because it's I'm trying to be positive, which is something that I would imagine an international music star would say. Like I can imagine after a concert or something, somebody comes to interview Lucio and do you have anything to say to the kids? You gotta believe. Look at this team. We're gonna do great. It's yeah. I do need to learn how to play Moira. I have not played Moira a lot. Oh, there's three things I really need to learn. I'm getting better at this one. One of them is learning Junkertown because this is when I first started taking like extended breaks on the game. So I missed a lot of just learning the map of Junkertown. In addition to that, I need to learn more about the map of Blizzworld, obviously, because if I didn't learn Junkertown, there's no way I know Blizzworld. Oh, I'm in trouble. I need to learn those three things, or two things, and I also want to learn Moira. Moira is the bane of my existence in this game right now. First and foremost, she got that range, son. Oh my gosh, that primary attack, that range is ridiculous. For a beam, for a Symmetra style beam, and I don't know, maybe Symmetra has been extended or something. Back up off me. Oh, you think this is? This ain't a game? Look at that. Look at how long those beams go. But I don't know if Symmetra's is about the same length or whatnot, because as you all know, I love me some Symmetra, or at least loved. I don't play Symmetra as much as I used to, ever since the changes. um, but or not Sombra, Moira has that long reach, and look at that. Look how far that is. In addition to the long reach, she has the ball. The ball, I don't know if it's because I'm not used to her like I should be, or if it's lower MMR or what it is, but the ball is like has become like the toughest things going on in most of my games. Because almost everybody has a Moira now. Like she's almost effectively taken the what's her name, Mercy role, but she ain't Mercy, and she can throw this ball out and deal damage around corners. And if you're near a wall or near a corner or something like that, there ain't much you can do but sit back and take that damage. Like it's on you. And if you are in a position where you can't move, like a junk wrap trap or something like that, that does a significant amount of damage to you. I'm not gonna say it's overpowered or anything. I don't believe it to be overpowered, but it is really good. Like it is exceptionally good. I don't And if a healer is that good, I might need to know how to play her. Even if they nerf her or they buff her or whatever the situation may be, they may have her just exactly where they want her. Get off the point. They may have her exactly where they want her, and that's fine too. But I need to be better acquainted with her because I think that might be better for teams, particularly low damage teams or even high damage teams. Look at this. Watch this trap. Yeah, boys, come in here with the Bastion. That was a really neat trap because I took the damage, went in where Bastion was. Now, I'll be honest with you, I don't know that Bastion was there at the time, but I walked in, and instead of trying to dip around a corner or come back around and defend myself, I ran deep into where Bastion was. So when Reinhardt came in swinging at me, thinking he could get the kill, I didn't know that Roadhog was going to do the same thing, but more the merrier, baby. And back to dancing on the point. But yes, I need to learn Moira just to be a more effective support character. Where'd Moira go? I want to kill her. Kill her! Kill her! Hey, soldier. Back up off me. I really love doing that at the last minute. A little boop on a charging Reinhardt. Still alive. And again, my whole point is to continue to dance around the payload. because the more I dance around the payload, the more difficult it is for them to get a clear shot on me. And that's it. I feel like I worked pretty hard on that game. And I don't mean I worked pretty hard because I was better than anybody, but I tried to make sure I stayed on that payload, and my objective time being gold and healing, that's what I was looking for. So I feel like I worked pretty hard. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you like, hit that like button. If you love, hit subscribe. Leave me a comment. Tell me what I can do better. Thanks so much for watching. Peace out.